it is Friday here at Craft Klatch, and that means it is another Coaster Friday, and today we're going to do a Gravestone coaster. This is my last Halloween coaster of this year, and we are going to make a coaster with a gravestone painted on there, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And just remember, what's kind of fun about this is you can turn these coasters into like a canvas to paint anything on there. And even if you want to get the kids involved, they don't have to be involved with casting the resin, you know, mixing the resin and pouring it, but once it's dry, they can paint on it and make, you know, their own design on there and create their very own personalized coaster. And then you just finish it up with that protective final coat. So I've already mixed my resin, and it's the Easy Cast, or you can use the Envirotex Light. Both will work great. And I'm going to be adding some chunky black glitter to this because I want it to be like a nighttime background. So there's the black, and I'm going to add a touch of this chunky blue. Not sure how it'll mix in, but I thought it might be kind of a neat effect. I'm going to pour that right in there, and I will let it sit a minimum of 12 hours, and then I will come back and put on the next coat. As the bubbles rise to the top, I will take my lighter and I will just run it right across, pop the bubbles. The resin has set. Now I'm going to take just a green acrylic paint, and it's like a grass green, and I'm going to just paint. This will probably take 2 coats, just sort of like a line for like the grass. And I am by no means an artist, so any of these things that I do, you guys can easily do them as well. So there's the grass. I rinsed out my paintbrush, and I have a little bit of light gray and dark gray. I'm taking both of them onto the brush at the same time. And then all I'm going to do is paint kind of like an arch, like this. Shape of the gravestone. I'm going to go right down to the green. I'm going to keep picking up both colors. And if you want to darken up an edge a little bit, just grab a little of black to go with it. Okay, now I'm going to take a skewer stick. I'm going to pick up some of that green with the grass, and I'm just going to kind of draw some grass blades in front of it. I'm just going to add a little bit of texture down by the grass here. Now I just wiped off the skewer stick, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some black and a little bit of the dark gray on the skewer stick, and I'm just going to start making little dots. You can use just black. I think just the black will work better. And I'm going to put the initials RIP. But I'm doing dots because it's hard to write for me with paint. So if I do dots, it kind of gives me the effect that I want. And you can add a little texture to the gravestone if you want it to look a little more stone. Take some of the dark gray and some of the light gray and kind of go around it. Just be careful not to get it on the writing if you've already done the writing. Then I'm going to just let this dry. So I'm going to take the end of my skewer stick and take a little bit of yellow paint, and I'm going to put just a dot back here to make it look like there's a full moon in the distance. The paint has dried. I'm going to take my red acrylic paint on a skewer stick, and it seems to me like it needs a bloody handprint, like it was smeared down. So we've got 5 fingers, in case you didn't know. And it's just supposed to look like it was smeared down. That needs to dry, then I'll come back and do the final coat of resin. I prepared more resin, and now I'm just going to pour it right over. Everything has dried, and this will seal all the paint in. We will let this cure, and then we'll unmold it. You can let it sit for a couple minutes, let the bubbles rise to the top, then take your lighter, run it right over, and then just let it sit. The coaster is hardened, and now we're going to pop it right out, and here it is. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it has a little bit of a three-dimensional look to it because of the layers. The glitter had sunk to the bottom, and it kind of left a clear layer on top, and then I painted, and it kind of has, you know, it looks like the sky in the background. This is the last Halloween coaster for this year. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy crafting, and we will see you next time.